Welcome to another episode, everyone. Jap5 from 107 Hoover accused of helping to solve a homicide, helping to solve a murder case. Indeed, and Jefe snaps. He goes off. He has footage, receipts, if you will, of Jap5 on a tour bus with Whack 100 and Project Bo speaking about his case. And how he walks and this and that. And Jefe is not happy. His headline reads, "Not Jap5 connecting the dots for Whack 100 and Project Bo on a homicide." That's at Jefe's title. Not Jap5. He says, not Jap5 connecting the dots for Whack 100 and Project Bo on a homicide. This is what his title says. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. Let's find out, though.
Recipients of Hot Topics is Jap5, Whack 100, and his Project Bo guy. So it's crazy the way that the pot thickens, right? I brought y'all some content a few days ago about Project Bo guy, Whack 100, and Flacco congregating, you know what I'm saying, amongst lies, not even really caring, you know what I'm saying. This man is on camera talking about, oh, that's how he walk, Like, it's just weird that anybody can be obsessed with you, you know, of the same sex and talking about they know how you walk.
This call is being recorded.
And stuff like that. Like, dude don't know how I walk, dude ain't even seen me, but like, twice in person, and it's just like you watching the way I walk, like me seeing this dude twice in person, I don't remember how this dude walk, you know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy that Jap5 is on the phone. Well, he's not on the phone, but they're on his phone on a FaceTime call. And it's basically like he passed the assist, because it's like once I knew what they was talking about, hey man, look, take this dude number down, man. Y'all not about to be talking on my phone about this, you know what I'm saying, homie, or not. Like, y'all talking about, you know what I'm saying, a murder, you know what I'm saying? Why, like, man, get this off my phone. I don't want no parts of this, anything. Even if it don't have, you just don't have nothing to do with you. You just sit in the vicinity knowing what's going on. Like, it's just crazy work, man. And I just like continue to question, like, man, these dudes, I don't know if they members now or if they still bangers, like, but it don't matter. Either or, like where's these dudes' integrity at? Like, everybody solid, say they standing on business, everybody, you know what I'm saying, these top-notch dudes, but it's obviously they ain't forgot, you know what I'm saying, a step in this shit, you know what I'm saying, to be allowing this type of stuff to go on. But
well, it's not hard to stand on business as it relates to a homicide. That's not even standing on business, not speaking on a homicide on a recorded call or the internet, or accusing someone of that. That's just normal. That's not even something that you can even say that you're really standing on business on, as far as I'm concerned. But let me say, though, individuals are on at Jefe somewhat in the comments, in his comments to this video. Perhaps I'll read them to you in a minute. But essentially, to paraphrase some of the comments, they saying, well, you were dealing with Whack 100 when you was out at Jefe, and you sort of took the stance that, well, he ain't told on me, he ain't snitched on me, so I ain't got a problem with him. You know, we were trying to tell you about this individual, and you were still dealing with him. This is what people were saying in the comments. And now someone said, man, this is your 7th straight video asking for the streets to have integrity and to do something about this situation, this, doing this and that, and stop speaking on stuff, but you speaking on everything, you speaking on other cases, and you didn't have that same integrity when you were out because you were dealing with these individuals that you're now criticizing, etc. Just to give you some assessment of what the blowout is, or what have you, from some of the stuff that's being said. Nevertheless, okay, again, he says that he has a clip, I guess, of these individuals on the tour bus where they were going on tour. We know that Jap5, Whack 100, Alshon Martin, and I guess Project Bo, I don't even know who that is, had also, they all went on tour. I guess there's a recording with them on the tour bus speaking about at Jefe's case and saying they watching the video of the DP or whatever and say, I guess they're saying, oh yeah, that's Aunt Jefe. I know his walk. Someone is on there saying, I know his walk. So this is what, just to give you, so that you'll understand what Jefe is saying. But what do you mean you know my walk? You only saw me 2 times. It's that he's referring to that. I guess someone on the tour bus saying, oh yeah, that's him. They watching the video and say, oh yeah, that's him. I know his walk, that's him, or whatever. But like, again, he's going to play that clip.
I'm about to get into this content of these dudes, wherever they at on this tour bus, talking about me and how I walk, and he the one who did it, and you already know it's the Hef way and the Hef effect. We gonna commentate.
I know his walk. Yeah. That's probably how they try to. You know, they gonna boom me. You know, they gonna go. So the wobble started. Wobble started, niggas started busting. That's him dead right there. Like Chris. You see, I told you that before you showed me the video. Damn. Everything about time. Alright, I'm gonna tell Jap5 my number right now. Alright. I'll send it to you.
So y'all seen it right there, right? So like I said, man, I was just hearing about it, man. You know, I got hip to these guys speaking on me and where the assist came from, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's crazy.
I just heard it, what I could hear. You all will probably have to play it back and listen with your headphones on or something. I do hear some conversation back there, and I do recognize the voices that are speaking, of course, and someone, of course, is saying, that's him, that's his walk, this and that. And Jap5 says, damn, when he's looking at the video about whatever happened. But I don't know. I'm not sure really whether any of this is here nor there, because Jefe already put himself at the scene. He called in and said that he was there, going to get some toilet paper or whatever for his wife on his way home. So individuals saying, I know that's him, or I know that's his walk, or whatever. It's like, he already said that he was there. And they have camera footage. I don't know what the camera footage exhibits, of course, but I'm just saying they have that there. But he put himself, unless they're saying, like, that's him beating on this individual or whatever. Like, I know his walk. And like, damn, man, that's him doing this. You know, like stumping this dude out, beating him. He's responsible for this. But as far as them saying, like, oh, that's him right there, he's there, he already said that, even though I guess at the time that they had the tour bus, he had not said that on No Jumper. I don't know. I'm not justifying anything. I'm just saying they were speaking amongst themselves, not to the police or whatever. And somehow it got recorded. You know, it's just like the homie sitting in the room speaking about a situation. And like, man, did you see whoop whoop? Or we got footage of it, like damn. You know, that sort of stuff does happen. But Jefe, he's right now, he's probably a little tense, as we all can imagine. He's going through a lot in there. At the end of the day, he's going through a lot. You're in there fighting for your life, regardless of what the content may indicate, regardless of what any of us may think. If you haven't been through it, don't judge. Because it's a dire situation, obviously. In there literally fighting for the rest of your life. He's not even 40 years old yet. He still has a lot of life left to live. And it hangs in the balance right now. He is faced with this every day, 24 hours a day, every second of the day. It is on his mind. So you're going to have a short fuse, or you're not going to like everything that's being said or done, particularly content being done on you when you're in there fighting for your life. So he may lash out now and then. Not saying that what he says doesn't have validity, that he doesn't have a right to feel the way he feels. There have been a lot of people speaking on this situation, speaking on this case, of course, since he's been in there. So he's frustrated with that.
You know what I'm saying? When you get to see it with your own eyes or get to hear it, you know what I'm saying? Rather than somebody telling you. You know what I'm saying? So this is the phone call right here. You know what I'm saying? That I was telling you guys about. For this Project Bo dude. You know what I'm saying? Was talking to Wack, and you know what I'm saying? I thought he called Wack, or Wack called him, and these dudes was congregating on some blood time or whatever the case may be. But comes to find out, these dudes didn't even have each other's numbers. You know what I'm saying? You got Jap5, I don't know if he's, just happy to be on the tour bus or whatever the case may be, but like how dudes like call themselves, you know what I'm saying, the ones, or, try to make themselves seem problematic, or just that they standing on business where when they allowing themselves to be a part of this type of stuff. Like, no way, form, shape, or fashion. I don't care who I was on tour with. I don't care if it was Jay-Z. Like, we not even about to play these games. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm FaceTiming anybody, you know what I'm saying, because the FaceTime had to come in, and they already talked about it. You know what I'm saying? We all know when I came down, they made this news or whatever, so it's public to everybody. So they had to be talking about, like, hey, yeah, man, he the one that did this to my homie, or they saying this, or like it could like with these guys, like you don't know what to expect. A lot of stuff is a play. You know what I'm saying? But you don't even play with this type of stuff. But you can tell that these guys are serious. But what I'm not understanding, you know what I'm saying, is how Jap5 allowed this dude to call his phone FaceTime and put this dude on the line with Wack. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting right next to him, you know what I'm saying, and allow this conversation to go on. Like, soon as, you know what I'm saying, they got to talking about, oh yeah, this person did this to this person, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, y'all take each other's number down, or I'm gonna give him your number, and y'all go from there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even like this is crazy, bro. It's just like every day you wake up to something new, or like somebody that's supposed to be solid, you know what I'm saying somebody else ain't solid, or just somebody that's supposed to be solid assisting somebody in foulness. Like, ain't like it's dudes had to miss a page out the book, like it's something, you know what I'm saying, because I don't understand this type of work, you know what I'm saying? Like, you were basically assisting these guys, you know what I'm saying, and you know what these guys are talking about. You know what I'm saying? Luckily it was a lie, because if it was the truth, it's like this is the type of stuff that ends up in people's paperwork. Oh yeah, a phone call had went through between Jap5 and Project Bo, you know what I'm saying, where Jap5 passed Project Bo, where Jap5 passed Wack 100 the phone, and him and this Project Bo dude, you know what I'm saying, was talking about, a slaying that happened at a taco truck that happened to be his homie, and you got Wack 100 tomorrow, oh yeah, that's him. That's him. I could tell how he walk. And it's just like, for me, like, the question, like, the fidelity of man.
Oh, okay. My bad. So I was wrong. I didn't see this whole thing before. So he's saying, and Jefe just said that they were watching the video of the homicide that transpired at the taco stand, when everyone, or not everyone, but a few people had put it on Aunt Jefe, or had mentioned that perhaps he had something to do with that, this and that, before everyone knew exactly what was going on. Of course, had put baby Huey on Aunt Jefe, Big U's son, said that he could have been responsible. All of this stuff was going on, all of the hoopla, when Aunt Jefe first had the handcuffs put on him. So at any rate, he's talking about the taco stand situation. Poetic Flacco had played that video and said that this was Aunt Jefe's car, perhaps. It may or may not be, and all of this and that. So I guess, or it seems like Aunt Jefe now is saying that they're on a tour bus. These individuals were watching the taco stand situation, watching video footage of the taco stand situation, and Wack 100 was right there saying, that's him, that's Aunt Jefe, I know how he walks, that's his walk, that's him. And of course, we all know that Aunt Jefe had nothing to do with that. He's not charged with that. But the same as Flacco getting on here saying that that's his car and all of that, because he knew him from no jumper. And it's not his car. And he didn't do nothing. And it's not his walk, because he wasn't there walking. So he's talking about the taco stand situation. I don't know, man. I'm going to let that go. Clearly, of course, I have plenty to say about that. Nevertheless, I'm not on the internet with it anymore, with this sort of stuff. I'm not on the internet with it. Every dog has its day in due time. Keep your ear to the street, like I told y'all some time ago. Leave that there, man. But if you're a solid individual, then I know a few solid individuals. And they're solid from start to finish. There is no in between. Right now, these individuals that I know that I grew up with, they were stomped down as children, kids. They were solid. And right now, these individuals are stomped down and solid. One of them, my big bro, he's in church every week. So when I say stomped down, I don't mean he's out here bothering anyone, committing any crimes or being violent. That part of his life is over. But he never did anything wrong in the game, and he's still not someone you want to cross. I'm convinced he'd never snitch on anyone, no matter what the situation is. Has never and will never. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. If you solid, you solid. But so I don't know. So okay, he's talking about the taco stand. Jeez. He's saying that they sitting around putting a taco stand on him, putting him at that crime scene, saying, yeah, that's him. I know how he walk. That's him. And it's not him.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, you ain't even been around me, you know what I'm saying, enough, bro. Like, you don't even know me to talk about you know how I walk, bro. You don't know how I walk. Like, you watching YouTube. Like, that's what I'm saying. These dudes watching YouTube or Instagram videos and, like, studying. Like, it's just crazy, like, the analytics these guys come with. Like, dudes want to be, like, detectives and, like, officers so bad, but then, want to switch their costume to the street person. And, like, I don't understand it. Like, somebody please help me understand this. You know what I'm saying? Somebody please help me understand this. And it just feel like people will do anything for fame. You know what I'm saying? And I guess a little fortune because, like, just hearing.
I don't know. I can't help you understand it, bro. I can't relate. I don't know nothing about it. And anybody who will sell his soul for a little fame and fortune, you sell your ass. You jump on your knees then and perform fellatio for another man then. If you would sell out for a little fame and fortune, you can't give me nothing. I don't care if you got $1 trillion. You can't give me $1 trillion to sell one of my homeboys out. $1 trillion. I get my own trillion. I get my own money. I'm a man. You can't give me that. I don't need another man feeding me anyway. I'm gonna do it myself. You can't get me to turn it against my people for no amount of money or for any amount of anything. If this is my people, man, this is my people. And if you even come at me like that, you're done. I don't care about your $1 trillion. Put one in your head. This my boy, not you. So no, there's no selling out. If you're selling out for any fame and fortune, then you were a sellout from the beginning. If you ended up going, man, if you're PC, you was PC from the gate. You don't turn PC. You was already a PC. It was already in your soul. It was already in your heart. That's whatever. That's whoever, man. In this situation, I'm not sure. I guess Jap5 was on the phone because and Jefe is saying that they FaceTime. They still popping them fireworks. Told y'all last night, be careful with them fireworks out there. That's a cover sometimes for shootings. Fireworks. A lot of shootings going on those days because they popping the fireworks and covers up the sound of the gunshot. So everyone be safe even in the days following the 4th of July because they still pop the fireworks for 4 or 5 days a month. In LA, they still be popping them all the way in September. Bro, the 4th of July been over with. What the hell y'all doing? Still popping fireworks. because it covers up the gunshots. That's why there were so many shootings. So y'all be careful. But it looks like Jap5 was just on the phone on FaceTime. Now I understand what Jefe is saying. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to have a conversation about nothing on the phone about no hot one, about no homicide that someone else may be involved with. I'm cool. Especially gossiping about it. If it's the homie and one of the homies call me like, man, homie, man, you see what you heard what happened? Yeah, man, we popping it about it or something. That sort of stuff happens. But in this situation, it looked like Jap5 was just there on a FaceTime. I don't think he said anything. He didn't say that that's how he walks or that's him or what have you. He took a phone call. People started saying whatever they were saying. And I understand what Jefe was saying. Maybe he should have hung up the phone or said, man, y'all talk about that not on my phone or whatever. Perhaps I'm sure that's what I would have done, but whatever. He's just sitting there listening to the conversation. I don't think that he had any input on it. I heard him say, oh, damn, when he watching a video maybe or whatever. Maybe they showed him the video on FaceTime. I don't know. I'm still confused as to exactly what the hell went on here. So I can't even speak on it too much. We just listening to Jefe. I'm just covering it. I saw this title yesterday. I said, damn. Because, it's like, what do you mean? Jap5 is connecting the dots on the homicide. That's some serious stuff to say. That's a serious allegation. So, yeah, I had to check it out, see what was going on, but I don't know, man. I don't want people to say I'm defending Jap5 or I'm, whatever. But in this situation, I will just say that he took a phone call, but I didn't hear Jap5 say anything. I didn't hear Jap5 say, oh, that's him, or yeah, he did it, or whatever, or he's not talking to the police. I heard him say, damn, or whatever. You're looking at the video when he says that. But at any rate, we all know now that Jefe was not there. That he's not responsible for that. At the taco stand, he's not implicated in that whatsoever. So I don't know if anyone would be sitting there talking about, yeah, that's him. I know that's him. That's his walk. That's the same thing Flacco did. But this is at the time when everybody thought that was him. And now, I don't know, man. And man, people got to stop looking at individuals and talking about they from LA. Like Oskino was saying, someone corrected me in the comments yesterday, said you pronounce his name Oskino. I don't know how I was saying it, maybe Ochino or something. Oskino. Maybe I said Oskino, but nevertheless, he's the rapper. He was saying that, this dude from LA and this person's from LA and this and that. People got to understand, no, man, no, not from LA, bro.
Trap music,
This call is being recorded.
Oh yeah, I'm a slide on some put in work and this and that, but it's like, how can you slide or put in work and stand on business, or you got the thing ready to get cracking and you assisting in this type of work? Like, dog, who does this? Like, ain't no way, form, or fashion could this ever happen. Like, we ain't kissing no ASS, none of that. Either somebody want to deal with you or they don't want to deal with you. But it's like dudes allowing this uncle stuff to go too far and playing these nephew roles. Like, I don't care who it is. If it was my daddy, you are not about to be on the phone with another man, trying to put some pieces together, to
That dudes be playing this uncle stuff. He said the dudes be taking this uncle stuff too far. Oh, man. Yeah, that's for sure, man. And I love my dad too. My dad passed away, man, some time ago. January 2010. But if my dad was a snitch, if my dad was a rat, I wouldn't been out. I'd have told him that you a rat. You a snitch. You ain't no good. You ain't no good. As far as the game is concerned, you're cooked. You ain't no good. I still love you. You're my father. Yeah, I'm sure I still love my dad. Can't help who I love. I still love my father, of course. But I would lose respect for him, certainly. And I had to tell him to his face. There's not anything that you can tell me about the game, about being in the game anymore. I don't want to hear it. You a snitch. You're a rat. I'm not taking any advice from you. I don't care what you used to do. How much of a killer you were before you became a snitch, I don't care. It doesn't matter.
To a homicide, you know what I'm saying? You just don't. Like you said, it like if you mad about it or you feel some type of way about it, then you know it's other ways to go about it. But like these are the dudes that's supposed to say that they're from the streets and of the streets, whether they transitioned or not. These are the type of games they playing, you know what I'm saying? And I don't understand like how these dudes say they stand on business, but they are on a phone trying to piece together like some detectives who this person was, and the person ain't even me, and a person that just lied. And that's how you know that hate is real. Like, you know what I'm saying? I really be laughing at these bozos and clowns, man. Like what? Like, it was certain things, but it's just like, that's how you know that hate is real with these dudes that are due to get on the phone and sit here and lie and be like, oh man, that's his walk. I know how he walk, bro. You don't even know me. You don't even know me. See me 2 times in person. I had no jumper, you know what I'm saying? And one of the times I was sitting down, you know what I'm saying? Another time I walked in and walked out the room, and I just guessed from there, this dude, I guess he got like Terminator vision or something, or got like some type of recordings in his eyes. I wouldn't be surprised if he got some contacts that record, you know what I'm saying? This dude talking about, I know how he walk. That's his walk right there. Bro, you don't even know me. I ain't even been around you enough for you to know how I walk, you know what I'm saying?
Terminator.
You analyzing how somebody walk, like analyzing how they talk, you know what I'm saying? Like, what else? Oh yeah, that's him. That's the shape of his body, the shape of his head. It's just crazy because that's some type of stuff that my woman to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, somebody that really knows you, you know what I'm saying, that can see something on camera and be like, oh yeah, that's him, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, somebody that sleep with you, you know what I'm saying, every night, or somebody that's like next to you that really study you. Like, ain't no man studying no other man, you know, features, the way they walk, you know what I'm saying? Ain't none of that. Like, it just unless you got a limp, you know, if you got a limp because you been shot or something, or, you know, you broke something and never healed right, then it's just like, you know, it goes without saying, like, oh yeah, Woochie, you know, he walk with the limp, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. But I don't walk with no limp, you know what I'm saying? Regular walking. Dude on here talking about, that's me. I know how he walk. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand how Jap5 insists in putting this conversation together. In this conversation, they exchange numbers. Then he helped them with whoever number he gave. Then these guys get on another phone call, and further is talking about it. Then he send the video, and these dudes send the video to Flacco, and they put the video out, man. Dudes got to be careful, man. You got to watch out, and I've been telling y'all, man, don't be fooled by what these dudes saying or what they say they represent, because like it's a lot of dudes is on Charleston white time out here. You know, they're gonna talk that tough talk and be tough. As soon as you one up them, you know what I'm saying, they're going to hit the police or the authorities or have somebody do it. And, oh, I didn't do it. My cousin did it, or my sister cousin, baby cousin, nephew did it. And that ain't got nothing to do with me. And it's just crazy out here, man.
This call is being recorded.
When this just dropped to me and I was just being told who was in the video, it's just like, oh, okay, like, wow. But like I said, I'm not amazed by the things that happen out here no more, man. It's just right, really more funny to me than just like the pot thickens and this is what's going on. Like, wow. But with that being said, man, y'all be careful out there, man. It's your boy, Young and Jefe.
All right, man. There you have it, man. Shout out to my guy, Young and Jefe. Be as strong as you possibly can. I was in there fighting for my life. My mother, you know, that's what she would say after every conversation. Of course, she'd say, I love you. We talked every day. And then she would say, keep the faith no matter what it looks like. She would say that every time. Then she would say, stay strong. So that's all we can really do. So hang in there. Fight for your life. Put a lot of energy into that, as much energy as you can, into getting out of the situation. Other than that, I can't tell another man what to do, how to live his life, how to do his content, whatever. Just be safe, bro. Recognize the bigger picture. Okay, you have bigger fish to fry, which is that you got to come home. That's what's important. Forget all this other stuff, all these other dudes, man. people are going to be who they are. You can't change them. You can't turn someone into a gangster or into a real man by preaching them, trying to preach it into them, trying to implore them or beseech them to hold their integrity. They don't have any integrity. They are devoid of integrity. So trying to tell them to maintain integrity that is non-existent is futile. I'm not going to get too deep in it. This is not my fight, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. There you have it. Young Jefe said what he said. I'm still confused somewhat as to exactly what went on. So I really can't go too far into it and say too much because I'm unsure as to exactly what happened. I don't even know who exactly was on the tour bus. I thought Jap5 was on the tour bus. And Jefe is saying that he was on a FaceTime. So I don't even know how this whole thing went down. And Jefe is saying now that they discussed it, and then exchanged numbers and called back and got on the FaceTime. It's like he know the host. I didn't catch it. Maybe he explained it and I didn't catch it correctly. I don't know. I don't know exactly how it came about, exactly what role Jap5 played in this discussion or what have you. From what I've seen or what I just heard, Jap5 was just, some people called him and they were speaking on him or whatever. Like I say, people do that. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying people does that. Jap5 not right there talking to the police or trying to solve the case. He's not the one saying this other stuff. So I don't know. But I understand, and hey, and Jefe is his life, and he can feel how he gonna feel how he feels, how he wants to feel about every situation. No one can tell him different or how to feel about it. So I don't know. How do y'all feel? Let me know in the comments. There's a lot going on with this situation, with Jefe's situation, with the people that have spoken on it. There's a lot coming out. More is going to come out about all of these situations, and everything is going to come to a head sooner or later. Everything on this internet, it's going to be exposed. Who's really about the life and who's really not. That's just the way it is. It's going to be exposed. If you're a solid individual, it'll come out. It'll show. Not by what you say, but by what you do. People make me sick sometimes. But all right, man. There you have it. Again, Young Jefe. If I knew more exactly as to who initiated the call, who was on the call, who was there on the bus, exactly what was said, etc., then I would say some more. But since I don't know, I don't want to get involved in it too much. I'm just trying to cover it as neutral as possible. But I'm sure people still have a problem with that. You know how I go, man. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. I appreciate everyone's support. Stay safe and stay free. Woo.